Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a updated fuel mileage report for my 2002 Ford F250 with the 7.3 Power Stroke. Then the last video I did was the day of purchase of the vehicle. I drove it from Virginia all the way back home, and it was on the 21st of February, which you can see here I got well over 20 miles of the gallon, 24 and 25 miles of the gallon, which was shocking. Since then, I haven't driven much, but I've done some city driving, and I did 2 highway drives yesterday, 22nd of March, and then I filled up again on the early 23rd March because the wife and I went dancing that night. So, so far, I mean, look at this, 25 miles of the gallon. 25.8 is the highest so far, and that's shocking. That is the cruise set at 65. I wasn't hypermilling either, these 2 runs here. These were non-hypermilling miles or drives, yeah. I was just cruise set at 65 and just let her ride, right? And I'm impressed. I am really impressed with that. And that shows, I will caveat say that I live on relatively flat ground too, so there's some minor hills, right? But it's not like I'm not in the mountains, okay? So I would not expect this, if you were living in the mountains constantly, driving up grades, down, up, I wouldn't expect that. But on relatively flat ground with some minor hills, rolling hills, right, typical on the highway. In my experience, driving slow, I'm not hard on the pedal at all. I think I've proven over and over that you can get really good fuel economy out of these vehicles. And I'm curious to know what else I can do with the Ford, with this 2002. I bet you I can get more. I think if I drive slower, maybe at 60, 62 and hypermill, I bet you I can get really good fuel. I mean, this is already good fuel economy, but I think I can squeeze even more. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do another test, specifically just doing that. But that's pretty much it for this video. It's just a fuel mileage report. So if you're good, look, I've shown you 25 miles to the gallon. 25.8 is the highest. If you want to cut out, that's good. Whatever. All right, now moving forward in this video, I'm just going to talk a little bit, right? So yesterday, I did a video on this. I did a cold start video, and I talked about, I was making my way to go see Late Night with the Devil. By the way, it's a great movie. There's a lot of hidden meaning in that movie, and it's fantastic. It's bringing a lot of truths out into the public realm, but that's for a different video. I may do a review on that, as a matter of fact. But I drove from the house to the theater. Now, the theater was a little bit of ways because there was no local theaters playing that movie. I had to drive, 45 minutes out to a theater that was showing that, and it was an old theater that was showing that movie. So basically all highway, right? I drove out there and back, and I filled up, and I got 25.8 miles of the gallon. I mean, that's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Drove 80.1 miles, was all highway for the most part, right? Filled up 3.1 gallons, and and it netted me 25.83 miles of the gallon, which is phenomenal. And then, after I got back home, filled up, decided that evening, hey, let's go dancing. So the wife and I decided to go to a local country western bar. We're not really local. It's about an hour-ish away. So we decided, hey, this would be a good time to do another fuel mileage run because this will be straight highway for the most part. So took the Ford out again. Drove 111.5 miles, filled up 4.4 gallons, and that netted me 25.3 miles to the gallon. Again, cruise set at 65 miles an hour. There was no hypermilling in both of these runs. 0 hypermilling. So that's phenomenal. I'm really surprised that this truck, 4-speed automatic, you know, it doesn't have a 10 speed or, you know, all the modern, you know, advantages in fuel systems. It's an old Huey injection fuel system, old truck, old technology, and I'm getting better fuel economy than some of these newer trucks today. Now, I have shown with my 2020 Ford, with the 10 speed, man, that truck can get phenomenal fuel economy. And it is attributed to that 10 speed automatic. I really believe it, you know, and the better fuel injection system and so forth. But even in these old trucks, you know, you don't, and this is my opinion, as long as you don't beat on it, you're not hammering down every time you step on the go pedal, right? You ease into it, you set it at a relatively fuel economy friendly speed, and you can get good fuel economy out of these trucks. So I'm really happy about this Ford. Even my 18 Ram. My 18 Ram is netting me 18. My 98 12 valve is netting me an average of 20 plus miles to the gallon during the work week, and that is phenomenal. And that's attributed to the three-piece exhaust manifold. When I put that thing on, I wasn't expecting much increase in performance or fuel economy, but that's what it's given me, and I'm pleasantly happy about that. But anyway, so let's for the year. So this is much. This I haven't driven the Ford much, as you can see, right? We'll scroll down here with the overall average, right? So the truck I've driven 911.3 miles. I filled up a total of 42.2 gallons of diesel, and my average fuel economy since owning the truck over the almost 1,000 miles worth of driving, it's netted me 21.56 miles to the gallon. Overall average for this truck. That is phenomenal. I mean, that is great. I think a lot of modern trucks can't say that. And what's great about this is I don't have to fill up diesel exhaust fluid. I don't have to worry about DEF. I don't have to worry about spending $50 to $70 per fuel filter because these modern trucks have 2 fuel filters. I don't got to worry about spending, that kind of money on maintenance. A Motorcraft fuel filter from like Riff Raff is like $30, right? Motorcraft filter, which is great. I go to Gino's Garage for my 98 12 valve, 98 Dodge Ram 12 valve filters. I buy the filters from Gino's Garage, and the fuel filters, there's only one, right? For both the Ford and the 98 12 valve, one fuel filter, and they're roughly around $30 each. That's great. I still change them out about every 15,000 miles. At least that's what I'm, going to be doing for the Ford. I think the manual says 15,000 miles anyway, so I think I'm good. But anyways, yeah, I love it. I love these old trucks. I'm happy with it, and I'm really glad about the fuel economy. So, anyways, that'll do it for me. Stay safe out there. World's kind of getting crazy right now. So, anyways, but it's all meant to be. And in the end, things will be made right, that's for sure. Anyways, we'll see you all in the next video. Y'all take care.